treasure hunting in the sharky waters of the World Wide Web. I'm your host, Captain Ola Vea, and in the top left corner is Queen Raae. And this here is the Pirate Princess. And later on, we'll tell you what we're doing today.
I just wow. My hair, it's like all messed up. It was so pretty. It's all messed up. But let's see how it goes. Okay. And then this little pop filter has fallen off. This is what happens when we don't stream in a couple of weeks. Okay, there we go.
The holidays are over.
The holidays are over. And as you can hear, we've had some hard holiday. At least sounds like I've been drinking whiskey.
Yes,
since we left stream, or grog
for breakfast. So today we're doing the tiny stack.
The tiny stack, yes. So I came over this tweet by Shayan. I came over this tweet on Twitter, I guess X, about the tiny stack. He is the founder of LogSnag, which looks pretty cool. But anyway, he's been writing about the tiny stack. And why it caught my eye is that he had Astro in there, and then SQLite. And SQLite is a database, like a very I wouldn't call it simplistic. They call it SQLite. I don't know why they call it light. But anyway, it's like a little database that you can have on your file system. And we actually used it at a client. It's used a lot in like embeddable systems that I was working on at that time. So both of these things, I was like, hey, I kind of like this. I like where it's headed, because we need some kind of storage solution for MixPod. And it's not really complex. We're just going to people are going to select episode, and we're going to store them, and then we're going to retrieve them. We're not going to have millions of users. We're not Facebook, right? So we don't need anything like super like scalable, I guess is the word. And I came over this tweet, and he talks about the tiny stack, which is Astro, and then SQLite, and then something called Litestream, which is kind of what makes it possible to use it in production, because Litestream then takes the SQLite database and keeps replicating it in an Amazon S3 bucket. So like just simple storage. So if something goes down and you need to like restart the whole system, you can grab the latest version of the database and then put it back onto like wherever you're hosting, and then they're back up.
Or if something goes wrong, you can also go back in time.
Ooh, I didn't read that.
And I love that. Yeah.
So time traveling, that's your jam.
Yeah, I did something stupid last week, or maybe weeks and weeks ago, and then you can go behind that before it, back to the start of before you did the stupid thing. But the Pirate Princess is holding her hand. How do you vad stavar på engelskan?
How do you spell?
How do you spell bird? B. Okay, you.
So while he helps the Pirate Princess, she's playing Minecraft and she's looking for birds. It sounds like. I just wanted to show the tiny stack blog post that you can like head into the TL Draw document that we have, and there will be a link. But anyway, so this is the blog post that kind of started it, and he's kind of writing about the concept and why, and kind of like the reasoning behind it. But then he's like, on deployment, it's just like, just deploy it to, anywhere. And I'm not a Docker. I think it's Docker. He says like, yeah, just make a Docker and like push it anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing any Docker. But then he wrote Railway here, and I really like Railway. It's a place to host node applications or any kinds of applications. I think we use it for our Yoga Pirate Discord, and it's just been running, and I've never had any issues. And what I like about Railway is that they've taken kind of what Netlify did originally with going to production. Like, you just hook up your GitHub and it just grabs the latest version of your site, and then it builds and it pushes. And or deploys. And then you can also have these preview deploys. And Railway does the same thing, but not only for static sites. Like you can do a whole node application and it will kind of behave in the same way as we've learned to love from Netlify. So I've always been scared of like hosting things myself, like DevOps. It's like not been my thing, but I feel like I need to like put my toes in there, and maybe sometime on stream or in like videos, I'm thinking about creating my own little server to just have here under my desk, because I've never done it, and we could like host some of our websites or just like some fun projects on it, just to kind of get a feel for what it actually entails. Because I've been so scared of it. In my mind, it's like this big endeavor, but maybe it's not. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. So if somebody would like to see that, let us know. Anyway, so I just saw this and I thought, oh, maybe I should check out how to do this on Railway. But I don't have that much experience. But then a couple of days after this blog post came out, he had a tweet out where he has created a repo and he has made sure that it works on Railway. So we're gonna just, this is just gonna be super exploratory stream. We're gonna do exactly as he says in that tweet and take his Astro SQLite Livestream repo, fork it, and then deploy it to Railway and kind of see, do we like it? Like, is this something we can enjoy? Does that make sense?
Sorry, Railway is like Netlify.
So yeah, let me see. I'm gonna share my.
Let's just get started. Let's just do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna share my full screen so that we can like jump around and like look at things.
Yes, you can. I see you have the. I see you have the gingerbread, the last gingerbread house standing behind you there.
Yes, I do. It's gonna be smashed next weekend when Lillian has her birthday party.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so this is Railway. Instant deployment, effortless scale. I mean, all of these projects are called, effortless scale. But as you can see here, if you have any experience with Netlify, like this looks very similar, where it's like,
look
you
at
can
this.
see the different. Oh, hello, Kim. Happy New Year.
Kim is in Bergen, or is he in Oslo now? He's in Bergen, right? Do you have snow, Kim? Do you have snow?
Yes, as I was saying, like this looks exactly kind of like Netlify, where you can see the history, like it's deployed via GitHub. So this is the kind of stuff that I like, where you push to GitHub and then everything just goes on from there, and like it just like builds and magically deploys, and I don't have to do that. So that's why we would like to use Railway, and also just because I have an account there already. So here is the tweet. Made some minor changes to the TinyStake repo, made deployments easier, and shrunk the Docker container from 1.7 gig to 475 megabytes. Well, that's pretty nice. Not that I know anything about those kinds of things. I also tried deploying it to Railway, and it only took a few minutes to go from cloning the repo to having fully functional web app with SQLite and live replication. That's what we're going to try. And then somebody, this is funny. I love Twitter for these kinds of things. Like, oh, I would love a guide or step on how to get it going with Railway. So these are the steps we're going to work through. And luckily, this guy did it before us, because like, boom, he started. It couldn't get it to work. And then Shayan wrote, oh, I've forgotten to push the latest changes to the repo. Been there, done that. So could you try again, please? And then he says success. So hopefully we'll have success as well. So these are the steps that we will be following.
Yes.
So here is the repo. So we're just going to follow his instructions. So the first one is to fork. So let's fork it to the Queen Raae. And we'll copy only the main branch.
Oh! Kim has so much snow in Bergen.
Oh, Bergen, wow.
Yeah, Bergen is famous for rain. That's kind of the thing. And
yeah.
But if it's cold, of course, that's snow. So yeah, Happy New Year, Kim.
And then we're gonna do our So I've cheated a little bit. I've created my
Yes.
Amazon account. I've never had an Amazon account.
No.
Well, of course I have an Amazon account, a Kindle account, and that kind of thing. But I don't think I've ever had an AWS account. So we're gonna have fun with that. I always heard like scary stories about that, and I had to give them my credit card.
Yeah.
They only charge like $1, and I'm supposed to be on a free plan. But I have heard stories about somebody's side
Yeah.
project that they've
Yeah.
forgotten. Suddenly they got like
Yeah.
this major bill. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try afterwards to see like if there's anywhere you can like lock it down. That I would rather they just shut down my account than start charging like $2,000 because MixPod has gotten so popular.
Yeah. Okay. Kim says. So they're famous for rain, and then when it's cold, it becomes snow or cold rain, as we call it in Bergen.
Okay, so let's just go through this and see if we can make it work. Let's do Europe. Well, Europe, Stockholm sounds good.
Yeah.
This is recommended. Let's just do that then. Well, let's just keep on doing that. Bucket versioning. You can use versioning to preserve, retrieve, and store every version of every object stored in your S3. With versioning, you can easily recover from both unintended. Let's disable that for now, or maybe
Wasn't
enable.
that why we did it?
I think that the live stream thing kind of does its own versioning into
Oh,
one bucket.
let's do it. No. Disable it then.
Okay, let's see. And then tags. Tags, you can use bucket tags to track storage cost and organize. Oh, is this too small? Organize buckets, server-side encryption, default. Yes, default. Bucket key. Using an S3 bucket key for SSL key MS reduces encryption cost by lowering calls. Enable. Okay. Advanced setting. Well, we just went with all of the default settings. Oh, somebody else has made a tiny stack bucket. So these have to be unique across all of Amazon. That is interesting. Okay, let's see if
Yeah.
this works then.
It is, isn't it?
So they're not name spaced. So what is he writing here? He says create R2 S3 and get your credentials. I don't know if I have an R2 S3. At least I have an S3 and get your credentials. Okay.
Didn't he say
Access
R2
point.
or S3 there?
Oh, maybe. Is R2 something? Is that a storage as well? Maybe
R2 is the little robot in Star Wars.
Maybe Kim knows if R2 is a storage thing as well.
Yeah.
So how do I get my management permissions?
But
maybe
should you show this key then? Or
no,
should you
I'm
take
gonna
it off
try
the-
not to. I'm gonna see if we can at least find where they're at and then take it off screen when
Yeah.
when
Mm-hmm.
when I find them. Are they in permissions? Maybe permissions. Cross account access point or multi-region access point. This status doesn't reflect. See, this is why I don't do DevOps. Like this is not my thing. Granted to buckets, block on all public access. Okay, let's go and head on over to the live stream documentation then, because I am guessing they have more information on the live stream. Wasn't it called live stream? Not live stream fails. That is
Litestream.
Litestream, of course, Litestream, because it's SQL Litestream. Get started. Setting up your database. Well, replicating your database. Live stream. Storing your database.
There was something S3 up there.
Oh, there. Replicating to S3. You will need to set up a user with programmatic access to work with Amazon S3 from the AWS console. Go to the IAM service. Next, click users. Oh, so we have to make a user that will have the access. Okay, that makes sense. So we'll go to the IAM AWS console. See, I love it when they have links like that. Go to the IAM IAM service.
Here's Stefan. Hello. Looks like it will be another stream with all things new to me. Fantastic.
Well, this is new to all of us. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
Oh,
IAM
Kim.
service.
Look at Kim. I think Cloudflare has a similar storage thing called R2.
That is interesting.
Maybe you should have chosen that then. It's too late. It's too late. Oh no.
Where is the IAM service?
Or maybe it's not too late.
IAM service.
Maybe you should switch to Cloudflare right away.
Oh. So create an IAM user. Okay. Go to the
Pirate
IAM
Princess is
from
The Pirate Princess is starting another audiobook here. Ikke sant, du skal starte en ny lydbok?
Oh, there we go. Look, you can search. They have so many services and products. They even have a search. Like I searched there and that's how I found it. Okay. Click users from the left hand navigation. Users. See, this is the level of tutorial I need. Add user. Or create user. I'm imagining that would be the same.
Oh, you had to create a user to get your key?
Yeah. So let's do a stream user because then
yeah.
Then we can no,
you did live again. You did live again.
Well, I meant live stream. Like this is for our live streams. And then we can like remove so everybody can see the credentials and everything.
I see.
So, or let's call it like test user for stream. Okay. Not Steam. Stream. Okay. And then programmatic access. They've changed it. Console access is best practice to manage there. Okay, well, next. Is this the same though? Programmatic access. Select AWS access type. Set permissions. My God, is this where we're gonna stop? If not, we're just gonna deploy it without replicating.
Yeah.
Did I do the wrong IAM service? Maybe it's this one, Identity Center. No. Oh, Lord. Anybody in the chat knows anything about this? I'm like, you tell me. On the permission screen, click on attach existing policies directly. Then search for S3 and choose Amazon S3 full access. Okay, let's try again. Because here they called it the, yeah, it's just the IAM service. So it should be this one. Users. Okay, let's try another user. Test stream user. What about this one? I want to create an IAM user. We recommend if you need, if you need to enable, look at that. If you need to enable programmatic access, that's what we want. Auto-generated password, yes. Okay, next. We're not gonna create a new password on next sign in. Copy permissions. Wasn't there like copy? That's what they wrote, right? Copy permissions. Attach existing policies. Amazon S3 full access. Let's try that. Okay, what about this one? There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So this is the problem with this level access, this level of detailed tutorials. Like I love it when they are correct, but then you know the user interface changes, and I get very like, oh, this is not exactly how it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll do create new user.
Yeah, why do they change stuff all the time? I don't like it.
Well, that is true. Oh, I can't review it in that. Okay, so this is our test user. So we're just gonna do we're going to copy this. Test stream user. Well, I can download as a CSV file.
Okay.
Is it then going to show me? Well, at least I've copied it as well. Oh, there's even a copy button. Copied.
So
Copy.
where is AK today?
I don't know. I think maybe we were a little like we've been changing up the dates, so she might be doing something else today.
Yeah. Do they have snow
create the
over there?
bucket. I think in London. My dad's in London. They've had snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so we have create bucket. We've created a bucket. You're now usage. Okay, then hopefully we are good to go. So add to repo to railway. Okay, let's go to railway. I'm going to take you away a little bit because then I'm going to log in here with my old credentials.
Yeah, my father-in-law was over here for the party. That was fun. And then we played this game which is called Treasure Hunt for the Diamond. And and that was good fun. The whole family, you know, Mumu was there, grandma, grandpa. Everybody was playing the game. And Lillian was the bank. She was the bank. She loved being the bank. Every time stuff happened, you know, when you give stuff to the bank, she was like sorting things. And yeah.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I logged in with GitHub, and that's not where I have the yoga pirate thing, but who cares? I logged in with GitHub at. So what we want to do then is then we want to choose well, we have a trial plan, which is good. So then we want a new project, and then we want to hook it up to. So here, it is so yeah. So this is my yoga pirate app. Configure GitHub app. So we need to give access to Queen Raae.
This is just like we do it in Netlify.
Yeah.
It looks the same even. Maybe that is the GitHub thing.
Yeah, that's the GitHub thing. So we're going to go back here because I need to use GitHub Mobile, and there's some verification stuff.
Yeah, I got 2FA on GitHub now. Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm using the 1Password thing for it. That was pretty good, actually. The 1Password thing.
I love 1Password. So this is new with GitHub. It's before you just kind of gave an application access to anything and everything in your GitHub, which is not that secure. So now I have to say, okay, so the Railway app, what permissions should it have? So only include this. Well, you can't say all repositories, but it's good, even though it's a little annoying, it's good to be like, okay, we're just going to do it for specific repositories so they can't start messing with other repositories. Not that I think that they will mess with it, but you know, there's also manual error or bugs. So if they suddenly have a bug that goes through and like deletes all your repos, you don't want them to have access to all your repos or anything like that. So save. So now I think we can choose the tiny stack, and then we need to add the variables that he wrote about. So add credentials as variable names. So let's have a look at the tiny stick here tutorial.
It's just like n variables. No.
Yeah, so these are the n. Yeah, it's exactly like n variables. So we need the replica URL. Where is my tiny there?
Shouldn't you do this off screen, or is it just me?
No, I don't think the URL is the
But some of these n variables are supposed to be. Anyway,
some of them are. I'm going to remove some of these afterwards.
I'll read Kim now. I'm pretty okay at maths, and then whenever I'm the bank in games, I cannot subtract 3 from 11. Yes, yes.
Okay, so it seems like we needs the Litestream access key ID and the Litestream secret access key. So it looks like we need to sign up for the Litestream. Let's see.
Yeah. So Kim, does that mean that you are earning extra money for the bank, or are you giving away the money? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
When we played Monopoly as kids, I have this one friend, Finn. He's a guitar player, and when he was a bank, he always rounded up on purpose. First, he made sure that his player got all the 100 notes, and then he had to round up. So we always got less than we should from the bank. Yeah, it adds up.
Add the credentials as variable names, but now I am confused because replica URL. Yes, that's the bucket. Oh, so here they're using R2. And then it's the Lightstream access key ID and the Lightstream secret access key. And if you go back to get started, it says here that please install Lightstream on your local machine. Also in the SQLite installed for this tutorial, it comes packaged with some operating system such as Mac.
Yeah.
And then you need to set up min.io. This gets up running quickly. But does this mean I need to have Lightstream running somewhere else? Like it can't be enough to have it happening on my local host. Yeah, bucket is created. We can replicate data to it. Lightstream can work with any SQLite database. We'll use the SQLite command line. So I'm imagining he has done all of that as part of this repo. So it's running on, so it will be running on Railway.
Yeah.
But then we need to have these. But how do we choose which? Add the credentials.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I cannot get past this error. I checked the permissions API tokens, remade the bucket twice, and updated the live stream YAML's bucket name. Huh.
But then he updated the repo.
Yeah, so let's see what he did in that repo to make sure. Because we don't want to do the Docker run, because that's going to be done for us, I imagine. Yeah, copy live stream binary from Docker image. Fixed live stream build. Oh, added env example. Maybe the documentation is not updated. Let's see. No, it is the Lightstream access key.
Yeah.
Type S3, yes. Replicate bucket SQLite. But then I'm like, how are we supposed to find this like Lightstream? Lightstream access key ID.
How does this work then?
What if we just set these default ones? Do you think that will work?
Default what?
There are these like default Lightstream ones. So it might work with those.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, do it. Do it.
But how do they get access to my S3 bucket? Like it needs.
Haven't you put that into your Lightstream thing?
I only put in the URL to the Lightstream.
But then you should put in the key. Did you find the key on Amazon?
Yeah, I did the replica URL, but I think that should not be a secret.
So where is the secret?
That's what I need to read again.
The AVS secret, where is it? Did you find it?
No. We'll use a Docker instance of min.io for this to get this up running. Min. I feel like I'm missing a step.
Yeah, maybe.
Both terminals are using the same working directory for setup min in your environment. So you replicate fruits DB to the bucket, which is fine. But how? how does it know? Like, how does it get the rights to do this?
Probably don't.
Exactly. Let's see what this MinIO is.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what we do after the stream. Then I told the Pirate Princess that we were going skiing, and she was like, "No, I already skied this year."
And then she corrected herself because it wasn't this year, it was last year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This season, I guess.
And then last winter, at this time, we have had 17 ski trips, and I guess she doesn't remember.
No.
Why is it AI? Don't answer that. Everything is AI these days. I remember when I was a kid, nobody even used AI. AI was like the crook in the movies, like Terminator and stuff like
Oh my
that.
god, if somebody has anything to say, like
Yeah, do
please
it
say
now.
it, because I am a little bit stuck and this other guy made it work. Like I don't know what to do. Well, let's just try with this one and this
Yeah,
one. And let's see
yeah,
what
yeah. The
happens.
Shayan guy said that he be sleeping now, so we can't ask him.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, he'll be sleeping. Mm,
If you can't make it
So
work, we just have to come back.
the ID and the Lightstream secret access key ID, I feel like that should be the ones from Amazon, because the Lightstream product is supposed to like push it into the URL.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I feel like this person we made, the stream something like that would be, maybe that has a my IAM
yeah,
users. I feel like it should be the access token for this person. Here, create access key. Maybe that's it. Yes, because we wanted to use this from a command line. Yes.
it's very small.
Oh, sorry. So here, I went to the test stream, create access key, command line interface. So I'm imagining, because it has to be the access key for this thing. Otherwise, test access key. Yes, it is this access key, secret access key. Great.
Wow,
So
look at
hold your
that.
horses, everyone. I will change these and delete this
Yes,
afterwards.
that's good.
Okay, so we'll do another variable here then, which is the what was it called? The Lightstream access key. And that should be, where is this access key?
Is it really? That is the AVS access key, isn't it?
Yes, but I think that's the one that is needed, because the Lightstream product takes whatever DB you have and then push it to whatever replication URL you have. So it needs
Okay.
access to, so hopefully that's it.
It redeployed you.
Yeah, it redeployed and it crashed. It redeploys every time you add a new variable. And then we'll do the Lightstream access key. Oh, I can just do copy. These little copy buttons didn't exist back in the day, so I keep forgetting that they do.
You make both of them the secret now?
No, the Lightstream access key ID and then the Lightstream secret access key.
Okay, so you took the little one on the...
Yeah, that's this one.
Yeah, good,
and
yeah.
then
Okay.
that's this one. And then we have our replication URL. It's that one.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's building. Let's see if it's, because that's also all it's supposed to be taking. Let's see if it works. Hold your horses. Like, cross your fingers, everyone.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So I have a backup solution for what to do outside. So I made a big pile of snow outside the house. So maybe we're going to make cave. A cave.
A snow cave. You made the biggest mountain of snow I've seen in Oslo.
it's not the biggest, but it's pretty big. So it's going to, if we do it, we could actually stand in the cave.
Yeah,
Yarg.
that could be a fun one to do.
Yeah.
She also wanted to go and recycle all of the bottles from my party so that she can
Oh,
get the money. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that! It's got a little green check mark.
Ooh, I like it.
So, oh, it's called Panicky Farm. That's funny. Okay. View log. So it's crashed, but now because it crashed, it didn't have the variables it needed, and now it's completed.
Panicky Farm. I like it. Oh, wait.
But then where is our URL? This is the funny thing about using new things. So you can't even figure out where.
Neither. Fun fact about Panicky Farm. Yesterday I went to the pub with my boys, and then Martin told me he's buying the farm.
He's buying the oh, his where he grew up.
Yes, yeah, we've all been there. The farm. So he's buying the farm, and
So
then
now I'm looking for the URL to this deployment. Like, how hard can it be?
isn't it the
Sorry.
URL Panicky Farm?
Yeah, but Panicky Farm what? Panicky Farm Railway? Like usually. Oh, no.
Deploy logs.
Yeah, but usually there's like a link, right? To like
Yeah, all the way at the bottom on deploy logs. Come on, all the way down.
This is all the way down.
This is all the way down.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. No database found. Mm-hmm.
But it's usually like you can usually like click somewhere
Something.
to like to like get that. Now I'm just feeling stupid. Settings,
No.
network. Here we go. There is the link.
Okay.
Okay, let's do we want to do Europe later. Okay. That should be the link. Why did that not work? Oh, that was Tiny Stack internal. Do we have to have our own URL that's gonna access to the service publicly through HTTPH? Oh, generate domain.
Oh.
Oh, now we're talking. There
So
we go.
nothing here, but that's good, isn't it?
Maybe we need it to like.
But we don't have anything in it. Isn't it empty?
No, we're supposed to like get an Astro kind of website, I think.
Okay.
So, see, now there was a link. Application failed to respond. Okay, great.
No.
Then it crashed. Then we can go to our logs.
Oh. No database found. It says there.
Yeah, but then it says it's storing from Epica if exists.
But it doesn't exist then.
No.
We need to put something in the database.
No, we should. Like, I thought that the repo came with the database.
Did it?
Let's go and look at the repo. Their source. Let's see, there should be like a data.
Make it bigger, make it bigger. Yeah, favicon. We should get that.
Yeah. So build.
What about the Litestream YAML?
Yeah, the Litestream YAML. So path data db SQLite.
No.
Oh, so we need to maybe we need to create a db at SQLite at data because it doesn't come here. So I thought he was gonna create one for us.
We never made the data.
Yeah, Docker build, but I think that would the Docker build should do that for us.
Oh, they should? Really? Does Docker make databases?
Docker, like, I don't know, it does everything for you, I think. I don't know.
No, we just need to make some data.
It's not that easy. I can't just like make a database on here. It needs to create its own database. But
well, that's unfortunate.
How can I get the data? Maybe I need like integration. No, we don't want to connect to Vercel. That's just the last thing we want to do. Let's go back to this tweet. Add the credentials.
We did that.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is the thing. No database found. Restoring from replica of existing permission denied.
Oh no, that he got the same error.
Ooh, so no database success, all good. No database found. Restoring from replica if exists. Litestream, blah blah blah. Yeah, so that's where we're stuck as well.
It says there initializing DB.
Yeah. So we need to have a look at our. So no, deployment crashed. Build logs. We are seeing something similar. Published, no, deploy logs. Let's see.
We must initialize the database. Initialize.
No database found. Restoring from replica if exists. Failed to run. Cannot fetch generalization. Serialization error. Failed to decode REST XML response. So we are getting a different database. A different error than he got. So it doesn't seem like we are getting the, because he was getting the restoring from replica if exists Litestream permission denied. We're not getting permission denied, but we are getting an issue with cannot fetch serialization error. Could that be because they just commits? He merged this pull request and it even got an X. So maybe we need to go back to this commit.
Kim says, looks like they're using Drizzle. And that normally makes the SQLite DB at least. Are you able to build it locally?
That's nice. I mean, maybe we should try to build it locally. I just really wanted to just try it on. But it looks like there was a commit last night and it has a little X on it.
Oh.
So, it's not. No, this is at our, sorry, that's our deployment. So let's go to his deployment. Sorry.
But did you do the Drizzle thing?
It's supposed to like build, when it's the build script that does everything and it's supposed to set up the database for us. We're not supposed to like do it. It's part of this repo. It's supposed to set it up.
But has it started?
Yes, that's why it's failing.
Okay, so the Drizzle thing has started.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Oh, I don't know if it uses the. Yeah, it's not getting there. So.
Good tip, Kim.
But if we go here to his commits,
because
here
in the blog post it's like,
I am gonna try to replicate.
Make the schema, blah blah blah, in the blog post, and that's already in the repo, then, isn't it?
I think so. So I want to go back to this commit on January 17th when we kind of know it's working, or they had it working. Can I do that within GitHub, or do I need to download it and then remove the latest commit? Can I create? Can I make a branch from this? Well, let's let's get it out of here. And then here we go, code. So I'll try to, oh, this is my, let's make a, let's clone it. And then let's remove the latest commit and then push and see if that works. And if that doesn't work, we'll just have to try again, don't we? This is way above my
No, it's
comfort
not.
zone.
It's just what we always do. You just have to try again.
I have to try again. I have to try again. So cd tiny stack. And then we'll do git log. Let's just open it even in, there we go. I like to do it here. So undo last commit. Yes. So what were the changes that were happening then? Like there were some like things, build Litestream. So let's just remove them. And then we can do a git log. No, git log. And then do a git push force, I guess. Let's do a git remote. So origin is ours. Git push force.
Här står det. He says, now of course we do need to fill it with data and structure. So that's one of the things he does in the blog post. He's like puts in a schema and everything. Have you done that?
I think that, look here, if you go to Drizzle, there is a
schema.
There is like, there's a schema. There's like a snapshot. So
snapshot is the data then.
Yeah. So I think there's like this is the snapshot with some data, and then it kind of builds a database for us, because this like repo is supposed to like get you set up right away.
Yeah.
But let's see. Now it's going to build again because I removed the latest. So let's see if it wants to build now.
Yeah.
This is the fun of live, right?
Yes.
I really like, so Railway, usually I'm not that like fan of like fancy interfaces, especially not for like utility apps. But this is just so well made. Like you click there, it kind of slides over there, you open here, and I don't know, and I'm not usually a fan of a black like or a dark layout either, and or that dark design, but this just works. I like it.
Yep.
And what I also like is that I've had the Yoga Pirates Discord bot running for over a year now, I think, and I have never logged in, and I think I've paid like $5 for it. So I like it, especially because I think like when you pay, if it crashes or something happens, it just like restarts. It just rebuilds and restarts the application again or the server again. So it kind of just, I don't know. I like how hands off I've been with the whole Yoga Discord bot.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's back. It is green. So it's building, but then let's see if we. No, we're still doing restoring replica if exists. So maybe there's something wrong with our. Well.
But he did that too. Yeah, that Kyle, he had also no database found.
Yeah, but he had
no, he didn't. He then got it. He got initialized DB.
Yeah. So I don't know what's happening. We are getting permission. We're not getting a permission denied, but I think I'm doing something wrong with this like live stream. No database restoring from replica if exists. That's exactly where he's at here. And he's at there. And then the next thing he's getting is level info, no matching backup found, which is the ones we should get. But what we are getting is serialization error.
Failed to run.
So maybe the answer from Amazon is not what they expect. So maybe something is wrong.
Yep. Something
in
is
that
wrong.
setup.
Oh, in the okay, Amazon. Yeah, okay.
I don't know what that could be though.
You know what? I'll be right back. I'm
Let's see
gonna
if we
mute
can-
up here in case.
Let's see if we can make it work locally. But I don't know if I have Docker. Let's see. I really want to get this. It would be fun if we could get it to work. I have a feeling this is my issue. I have a feeling it's the permissions thing here. So we're supposed to be able to do Docker build. Start. It requires exactly one argument. Oh, so that's not working. Ah. Oh, I think your Amazon URL is wrong. It didn't look like an S3 bucket. Yeah, we are not exactly sure how it's going to work anyway. Oh, this is... You are right. This that is the wrong URL. Thank you, Kim. I must have copy-pasted something wrong. If that is all it is. Oh my. Oh my. So let's have a look at our bucket. Loading bucket. So yeah, so what we're supposed to do is just like get an Astro side with an SQLite database, and then we're going to use something called Litestream to stream a backup of that SQLite database to the S3 bucket. So if something fails and we have to rerun the build again or restart the server and have a clean slate, we can get the latest database from the S3 bucket using Litestream. So that's what we're trying to do. So we should definitely have... Okay, so this is a problem. Like, I don't have a URL, so that is probably what the problem is. And I have no experience with S3 buckets. That's why this is an issue, right? So, do I need to do then within the bucket? I need to create a folder or something, and then because this looks like the copy. Why can I not copy the S3 URL? S3 bucket URL. Accessing and listing an elements into the bucket. I didn't copy the period in the command, but now we know that I don't have the S3 bucket. See, I'm getting tired, and I've had it cold for a week, so there's going to be a million different mistakes like that. But I think the first order of business is to get that bucket URL, which I have a bucket. Not public. Maybe I need, if you delegate access control for bucket to a cross-account access point or multi-this stats doesn't reflect whether public access is granted. Okay, so we have given our user a full access to S3. So what if I create a folder? Test. Create folder. No, I can still not copy the S3 bucket. Okay, so if we want to make it access control, can I give access points? Okay, create access point. No, unnamed network endpoints. Okay, how do I get my S3 bucket URL? By default, are private. Okay. To share files publicly, you need to make them accessible to others. Make an S3 public. And save to make the entire bucket and its content public. Use the bucket policy editor. But you don't want to make it public, but click on the bucket names properties tab, static website hosting card. Properties. Tags. To host a website. Is this it? And anyone out there ever gotten an S3 bucket? Okay, let's go back to the Litestream documentation and see if they can tell me how to create a bucket. Oh, replicating to Amazon S3. Create a bucket. You need to choose a globally unique bucket name. Yes, we realize that. Then click Create Bucket button at the bottom of the screen. Your bucket has now been created. It does not say that I need to make it public because I shouldn't. Usage. You can now replicate to S3 from the command line by setting environment variables with the credential you bound. You can specify your bucket as a replica URL on the command line. For example, you can replicate a database to your bucket with the following command. Yes. But what is my bucket name? Configure a file usage. Livestream is typically run as a background service. Bucket name, path name. Where do I find my S3 bucket URL? Okay, thank you, Kim. So now you know why I'm not in the DevOps team. Okay, so let's try that then. We have our objects. So properties, permissions, edit. Block public access to buckets and object granted through a new access control list. Block public access to buckets and objects granted to any access control list. Block public buckets, public access to buckets. And he just asked Lily, the Pirate Princess, if she was bored, and she is.
She's bored.
Block public and cross-account access. Okay, so let's just make it public then.
Sir?
Affect buckets and all.
Du kan lage noe. Vil du ha saks?
Nei. For a new access control list. So I guess now it's like open. Anybody can like bucket policy. Oh, and then you make a bucket policy. I get it. Edit. Policy. Add new statement. Filter service. Okay, see, this is where I like just glaze over. I need something to copy. Is that what they were telling me here in the live stream? Is that what they were telling me here in their live stream? Would this be easier with the cloud for S2 R2 thing? Attach existing policy, then search for S2 and choose. Yeah, we've done that. Create the bucket. Here we go. While specifying Amazon S3 full access is an easy way to get up and running, you might want to specify a more restrictive policy in order to limit abuse if your credentials are compromised. The following is the minimum policy to use with Litestream. Please replace the bucket with the name of your bucket. Okay, so we want to do this one later. But hopefully now, though, with giving full access to it, making it public, we should be able to get a but I still don't have a freaking URL.
So are you closer to the
No.
solution? No? I see.
Now I'm just getting annoyed.
Yeah.
Bucket and objects not public. Well, okay, edit. Policy generator.
I actually wrote a blog post about this.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna go and see if I can create a freaking R2 bucket, because this is just like...
So I have a suggestion. Should we just kind of not exactly start over, but go through all the steps from the start?
Yes, maybe. I want to get the Cloudflare R2. It has to have like simpler...
So okay, stop. Then we kind of start from the start, and we do that instead, because that's repetition, and repetition is very good.
Yes, but I need to make sure I have a Cloudflare account first.
Do that. You do that. So I actually wrote a blog post about this.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're if you're going to do skill building, it has to be painful. It has to be painful. And right now it's a little bit painful. That's good. It's good. So yeah, I compared it to making muffins, because if you're just following the recipe for muffins and it all works out, it's not painful. So then you're not actually building a skill. You just, you're just following a recipe, which is a skill you already know. So, but here, this is great. We got a problem, and that's good.
Yes, and there's
Okay,
a problem.
are you ready to start over?
Now I have to put my credit card in, and then we can see.
All right.
But see, I guess I just need to like sit down and like read how these like S3 buckets work, and I imagine that
we're gonna try the R2, aren't we?
Yeah, but it might be the same issue that there's like lots of like permission stuff that I need to learn.
Maybe or maybe not.
Wait, the Pirate Princess is asking something. Yes.
Kan jeg gå inn og sjekke hos mormor om hun er rød?
Ja, det er litt grann i kjøleskapet.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, as I wrote in my blog post, which is something that all the people that are talking about skill building also points out, is that, yeah, it should be painful, but it also needs to be tiny, the task you're doing, so that you can automate it in one setting by doing it over and over.
But that's the issue with like S3 buckets and R2 whatever buckets and stuff. Like you don't do it again and again and again. Like you set it up for a project, and then it's maybe like 6 months until the next time you set it up.
No, you're supposed to do it again and again in the same sitting.
Yeah, but I don't want to be good at this.
But you're doing it again, kind of, but it's a little different, right? Yeah, so this is Cloudflare. Okay.
Let's do test stream bucket, automatic, create bucket.
Your bucket is ready.
So I can add things from my computer, but then I want to give permissions to somebody. Public access. See how your bucket can be accessed. Configure your bucket access.
Make it bigger. Make it bigger. Let's make some Cloudflare R2 muffins.
Yeah,
that's right, Kim. That's what we're doing.
Okay, create a bucket is a feature. So this ended up being a stream on like how to make buckets, because that's our issue, and not Okay, so expose your bucket as a Cloudflare managed subdomain. So that's what we want to do. I don't want to be creating a public domain. Access control. To restrict access to your custom domain bucket, Cloudflare Zero Trust access. Protect buckets that should only be accessible by your teammates. Cloudflare WAF token authentication. Resist access to document files and media to select users by providing them with an access token. Connect the bucket to a custom domain. We don't want to do that. Disable. Okay. So we need to make a WAF token authentication, I guess. And then custom domain, no.
You
But
need
how
to
do
make
we...
it big again. It's small again.
Nice, it's small again. Connect domain, no. R2 dev subdomain. When you enable R2 dev access, anyone on the internet can use the public R2 dev URL to view objects in this bucket. However, usage is rate limited and is not recommended for production. Also, Cloudflare features such as access and cache will not be available.
We can't do that.
Okay.
Oh, we
Well,
can.
we can do allow access. Allow.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So then we have an R2. Is it now? Okay, so anyone can view, but we need to give somebody read access.
Yeah.
But I don't really want everyone to be able to view this object, though. But let's see if we can public access.
Kim says, I don't want to be good at this. Is a mood, as they say. Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to be good at this. Oh my god, no, I'm giving up. I don't like security.
But haven't we just started this here bucket? Can't we just use it?
No, because we need to give it. We need to allow write access. Somebody needs to be able to write to the
Okay.
So, no.
No.
But why is it so goddamn hard to just like give? See, this is what I see. So, from my like front end world, I would just like go in and be like, "Oh, I want an access token."
Yeah.
You know, I'll go here and I'll just be like, "Create access token. Thank you very much." But I know that that is not like super secure, and like this is like lower level, so we'll need to kind of add our own rules as to how, like, who should be allowed access.
Manage account.
Well, it
On the
says here
left.
that we should do configure token authentication, WAF custom rules, example rules. This illustrates. Okay, let's see how to get access token R2 bucket.
Kim says, I might have been wrong earlier. The URL in S3 is deterministic, so maybe just construct it and see if that works.
This bucket. But I feel it's weird that we can't like copy the URL to our bucket. Like I find that strange.
So he says construct it. How do you construct it then? What does that mean?
That we can take the Queen Raae tiny stack and like use that.
If you need
just S3 bucket name.
Is it public?
I think now we set it public. Okay, so if we just do S3 bucket name, should we try that?
Let's try it. Yep.
S3.
I agree. It's weird, says Kim. Yeah. I was actually thinking that when I did the intro, should I do weird wide web instead of worldwide? Maybe I should. Maybe I should. It is weird.
It is weird. And I think if we go to Salma's, like, what's her, White Panther?
You wrote Salmalax.
Salmalax. So in Norway, the biggest like salmon producer is called Salma. She now has a web newsletter that I recommended in our newsletter, which is called Weird Wide Web Hole, which I really liked.
Oh, you missed the colon in the URL.
You know what, Kim? I just need you to just be on all these streams so that
yeah, there's no colon there.
So you can catch all of my insanity. S3. Okay. Cancel redeploy, and then we'll do another.
We're trying it again. It's good. So what are we doing here then? Let's sum it up a little bit. We're doing a tiny stack thingy.
Yes.
And
we are
what's
trying...
the part that is not working? What is it that's not working now? It's the connection between the backup and the database thing.
Yes, it's the connection between our railway deployment and our S3 bucket that's supposed to get the backup of the database, so that when we restart everything here on railway, it will pull in the latest database from that S3 bucket. You know, because anytime anything crashes here, I think it's all cleared, and then it like reboots, and when it reboots, it's supposed to get that backed up S3 bucket. And what we're stuck on, which annoys me, is just like, how do we get the URL to the freaking bucket, which is, you know, not where I want to get stuck. And I feel like it's one of those things that everybody knows how to do, or not everybody, but whoever wrote these guides knows how to do that. So it's not like something they tell us.
Yeah, it's secret.
Or maybe that's what they're saying here, like S3. Oh, that's what they're saying here. S3 / bucket name, path name. Oh, see, I didn't even realize that's what this was.
So you're going to do that now, or?
We are doing that now. Not
all right.
Because I had put in the site, like I copy pasted something else and put that in as the replica URL. So let's see if we can get this to.
Does it work now? It's not green, it's white.
Yeah, it is not. It's not. We need to restart it.
All right.
No, I don't want to restart this deployment. I want to abort it.
Okay.
And then, because I'm only allowed to have one deploy at the time, so now I want it to kind of restart. I don't know exactly how I can get it to deploy. Maybe I can just do redeploy, and then it should redeploy with the new variables that we put in.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here on the deploy logs if it now works. Like, if this doesn't work, we're gonna stop this stream, because this is just me not knowing how S3 works. Which I feel, I mean, the place where Kim and I work together, like they have, you can take like Amazon, you can take like AWS certifications. That takes weeks to like make all of this work. So I don't think it's like stream. I should have set up this bucket stuff before stream, but this is how we learn, right? This is how we learn. And then when we figure it out, we're gonna help Shayan out with a better, not a better, but like we're gonna add a little bit of a README documentation there for those of us who have no clue what they're doing when it comes to storage.
Yep.
Okay, it's still failing.
Failed to run.
But at least we're getting like get S3 delimiter blah blah blah. So something.
We're getting something.
Well, it said, so let's try. I said I was gonna stop, but let's try this last thing, because they said actually bucket name and then /path.
Yeah. Okay.
So we can try to do, because I made a path called test. So we can try to do that. And then do test. And I guess that's why these bucket names have to be globally unique, because they are the actual kind of URL for the bucket.
Yeah.
So live stream taking certifications, Kim said. I don't know if you remember me. This is not something I want to be good at.
Yeah.
You know, you put that AWS certification on LinkedIn and all the job offers you're getting will be to configure AWS stuff. And that's
Yeah.
not my jam.
No. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's green.
Well, it's been green, but then it crashes because
Oh, okay.
it doesn't, like, it builds, but then it doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Delimiter prefix generation unsupported protocol scheme. So
Oh.
there's something wrong. Did I copy paste it wrong again?
So we're one step.
It's supposed to be S3 // Is that correct? Oh. So we're one step closer. And I feel like if we get off stream and I just like, it's probably just like this permission thing. Like it's a tiny little permission thing, I believe. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Because get unsupported schema.
It doesn't like S3. Isn't that weird?
That is a little weird.
Does it need to be big S maybe?
Let's go back. No, it looks like it's small s.
Yeah.
Bucket name.
Weird.
But then it says here that the access key ID should start with like IKEA. So yeah, and ours starts with IKEA, so that's correct. And then this one should be XXS and then a slash. Yes, that's correct. But now it might be because I removed that last deploy.
Oh, yeah.
So let's sync with the fork again.
Okay.
And then see if that works. Yeah. Let's clean the Docker.
Okay. Okay, I'll read this.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Unsupported protocol is weird though. They use that in the example. Maybe they don't use the AVS CLI in the Docker container.
Yeah, because here it says, replica URL. It's this one. But that's for Cloudflare storage. That would be HTTPS. So we kind of need the HTTP. Maybe we need the HTTPS version of the bucket. S3 bucket.
Oh yeah.
HTTPS URL.
No.
Accessing.
Yeah.
I have an image here. As well as okay. I need there. How do I add HTTPS to my S3 bucket? Open the cloud front console. Use create distribution. Oh. I need something more.
Yep.
Let's see. S3. Now we're like way over time.
So it is the URL then maybe. That is the problem.
So Steven was saying like stuff you don't know. Yeah.
Steven?
Right there
Where is Steven?
I don't know. He was saying earlier. He was saying, "Looks like we have another stream with all things new to me. Fantastic."
Yeah.
Okay, S3 for dummies. That is the URL. That's complete beginner's guide to AWS. Hello. What is buckets? To upload your
All
data
things
to
new.
S3, you must create an S3 bucket in one of the AVS regions. Guide here to create your first bucket. To create buckets using REST API, you must authenticate your request. To put bucket, okay, so you can do that. You can even create. They have an API, but we're not doing that. Access point. To access the data you store in S3, you need to the S3 access point. These are endpoints that are attached to buckets that you use to perform S3 operations. Each access point has distinct permissions and network controls. That's what we need. So we need this access point.
No access point.
Test. Access point. Internet. It's going to be open to all. There's going to be no policies. Oh, is this it? Access points.
But don't you want HTTPS?
I still can't copy that.
No.
Well, let's keep on reading. Each access point has its own permissions. Go through this source to learn how to manage your S3 access points. Amazon.
Yeah.
Perform operations on object.
There it is, creating access points.
Yeah, I did try one, but
maybe you need to do something special.
It's another object. Still, there's no. Oh God. Let's read it again. Test to access point. Choose a bucket. Oh, I didn't choose a bucket, did I?
Maybe not. Where is our bucket then? It's tiny, yeah. Isn't it tiny something? No, you had your name first.
No, that was for the
That was the other thing. Queen Raae, tiny stack.
That was the Oh God, buckets. Queen Raae tiny stack. But then if we do access point, create. But this is a okay. Access and we do internet.
It is bucket name. You did pick one.
Yeah. Public access is granted to buckets object through access control list, bucket list. These settings only apply to this access point. Before applying these settings, ensure that your application will occur correctly without public access. These settings can't be edited after the access point is created. Okay, so let's try one that is not public. Not public access point. Yes, I do want to pair on this, Kim. You should come on our stream because you are so much better at these things than me.
Maybe we should try it again. Okay, Kim, see you later.
I still don't have a freaking... I just want to address to it.
Click that creating access point and look at what they say.
I've done it 3 times or 2 times now.
But wasn't that the documentation?
No. Here, we have 2 access points on the Queen Raae tiny stack.
But it said there, create access point in a bullet point. Maybe that's some kind of documentation thing.
Yeah.
Bye, Kim!
Yeah, then we came to this place, which is like the Amazon version of the documentation, which I don't understand anything of. So, This might be it. In network origin, test access point. You can use. Because I'm thinking like I'm supposed to be able to copy here, but I can't. So there's something I'm not getting.
But click the
I can-
properties thing then.
Oh!
No.
Yes. But it's still an S3 URI. Well, we want we want something else. But let's try this one. I think we want an HTTP thing and not an S3 thing.
Yeah. But what if you just write HTTPS or something there?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so. And why can't I copy it there when it's there? The S3 URL. Because I want this one, copy URL. Do you think this Shayan guy has woken up?
What is the Amazon? There's a link under there. Use the Amazon bloody there. Yes, that one. What is that?
A list of all objects in your bucket. For access to your object, you'll need to explicitly grant them permission. I think it's just like, I don't think we're going to figure it out on stream. I think I need to read. We have a bucket. I need to make it available on HTTPS at the URL. And then we need to make sure that we have the right access controls to it. And like jumping around the documentation is not going to help. Like we need to actually sit down and like read it. And reading for like 20 minutes on stream is not going to be fun.
You're going to send the Pirate Princess up to me then? Or?
No, she's like doing stuff. I think she's fine.
We're going to finish off. Then you must send her up.
Oh yeah. Just let's let this deploy happen.
Or she can be down there with you. That's fine. That's fine by me.
Have a look at this deploy log. Yeah, so that's an invalid URL. Yeah.
But what if you just write HTTPS instead of S3?
Yeah, because that won't work because that's not a unique URL for the internet, right?
Oh.
You know, we need there to be something. If we're going to have like the HTTPS, we need there to be. Okay. That makes a good clip. That's my response. That's my response to Amazon S3 buckets. I'm just gonna. What time is like Shayan? He is in Florida. Time.
So maybe that's what we should do then.
It's 6. Do you think he's awake?
No. We'll do it. We'll do it. And next time we'll do it a little later and invite him on.
Or maybe I'll just get the bucket up and running and then we're done. I think like that's it. And then make a good make some good documentation on that.
Not on stream, you mean, or on stream?
Yeah, not on stream.
No, okay.
Or we can show, and then we can show, like, I'll document it, and then on next stream we can showcase how we do it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But I do think, even though we didn't make it work, I do think this is what I would like for MixPod because it lets us just like have everything on Railway, and then we'll have this kind of backup. We'll have the code will be backed up in GitHub, and then the database will be backed up in the S3 bucket or the Cloudflare or wherever we end up doing it. And then we don't need to like have any other services. So we'll have the, we'll use the notes, what did we call it? Like the listen notes API to do all the searching. And that's where our heavy load is going to be. If we have multiple users searching for podcast episodes, like that's where kind of our heavy load is going to be. creating or like saving the playlists, we don't need like a super scalable database for that. We just need something that can just hold the data. Like you choose these 5 episodes and you create a playlist, and we don't need much, because what we're going to generate from that is that either you are in there editing, and then it's only you, maybe 2 or 3 people like editing, and then we need to create the RSS feeds, and the RSS feeds we can heavily cache, so we only kind of recreate the RSS feeds when you've done a change to the playlist. So I think, you know, this kind of setup will work really well for us. And I just saw that Shayan, he like made a I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but that's the best I can do. He created a demo here where he's like taking what we've tried to make now, and he has made a demo, and even with like a lot of load, a lot of people trying to access it, it's still fast. So that's kind of cool.
So what is it we did today?
What we tried to do, you mean?
Yep.
Where's the tweet? Where is the tweet?
Is it we're making the thing where you store your playlist? That's what we're making.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
we're trying to set up. So instead of using an external service for our database, we are trying to use a SQLite database together with.
Stop scrolling.
Well, I'm trying to find the tweet that tells us what we're trying to do. Let's see. Here we go. Yes. So we actually got stuck on the create R2 S3 and get your credentials step. Yeah, where were we? Yes.
We did the what, and now it's the why.
So the why was kind of that then we don't have to add on an extra service. But I just realized we need to add on that like S3 bucket service, which has now got us stumped. Like if I'd used one of the databases I know already, then I would have just set up an account. Like I would just have created a new access token to that database, and we would have been on, it would have been working. But it would be nice to test this kind of situation out where the database is together with the code deployed to Railway, and we don't have to kind of manage access to another service, like a database service. And this is closer to like what we did in the not olden days. It's getting popular again, but this is closer to like, you know, when you deploy WordPress, you have your MySQL database and you have your, well, I guess that's usually on a different server.
That was the why. And then how was the problem?
The how was the problem. So the how is that is described in the Tiny Stack article. Conceptually, we then have an SQLite database, which is just a file. We have that on the file system together with our code on Railway. But then when it crashes and it restarts, I think it kind of wipes out the whole file system and then it starts again. And then we need to have a backup of that database so that when it restarts, it gets the latest version. And we do that with something called Litestream. So what we need is that we need a place to store these backups, and we tried to use Amazon S3 buckets, but that failed us.
We should have done Cloudflare. What were we thinking?
Well, I don't know. We didn't get far with Cloudflare either, because in all of these, which I didn't think about before, because I'm so used to just being like create access token, boom, you have the access token and it gives you read and write access to the database. For these like S3 buckets, or R2 buckets, they are used for so many different scenarios that you have to set up the bucket, and then we have to like configure the access that we would like to have. And then because it's used by large corporations as well, like there is all of this like access control. So I think a little bit of our issue is that we need to have this bucket. We need to be able to say it's not going to be publicly available, but it's going to be available to this kind of programmatic user. Like we want an access token that will have read and write access, and then we also need to make it available on the internet so that it has a URL that Litestream can send it to. Yeah, and that's like where we got stuck, and I should kind of have known that I needed to figure that out ahead of time. But this is the first time I've been using S3 buckets, and which is kind of insane, all the time I've spent online. But hopefully we'll make it work.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's nice that you think it makes sense, Steven. I think it's a
Yep.
very cool little stack, especially for side projects, because I think for side project, I think this would not really cost much.
Yeah.
And you can just kind of leave it be, and you know that, if you use some of the other services, like they might change. If you use a database service, their plans might change, their SDK, like, things might change. But if you have your own little SQL, just flat file on your file system, it's like it's not going to be changing on you. And it seems that Railway does a really good job of just running things. And I saw that Shayan had he put it on his test. He put it on some kind of like more like bare bones kind of server, and it was $4 a month for like a pretty heavy load. So yeah, I think we're all kind of coming around to going a little bit lower level again. And I think it makes sense for smaller projects to do that, and you can keep the cost down and the complexity down. And for a lot of us, like indie hacker space, we don't need the same kind of architecture or the same kind of scale that Netflix needs or Facebook needs, because we're never going to have millions of people landing on the MixPod website at the same time. And yeah,
So you should get the Pirate Princess over to you, and then we can finish up.
I think she just. I'm gonna mute and hear where she's at.
Yes. And now it's going to be exciting to see if I can get her outdoors. She really likes being indoors in the weekends. Yeah. But maybe I can get her to make the cave with me, the snow cave.
She's coming up to you.
Okay, good. I like
Well,
it.
I would love it if she took all of the. I feel like our hallway now is just all of the empties from my party, and that was last week, so it would be nice to get them somewhere. I look a little bit more awake. I still have a cold though, and having a cold and reading documentation is not. It's not it.
I see. Okay, so we should all go to the store then with her, with the bottles. Get outside a little bit. Hi.
Maybe we should all go. And I'm excited to see what kind of clips we get out of this stream, which is just going to be me being like, ah.
Ja.
uh,
Hej kompis, kom då. Are you klar? Okay, we're going to sing our song now. 1, 2, 3. It's been a web dev treasure hunt with Pirate Queen Raae and me and the Pirate Princess. See you next Saturday.
in 2 weeks.
Oh yes, it's not the next, but in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.